Does EA Sports even make video games anymore? It's a rhetorical question. Don't answer that. Yes, of course, they put out a product. But mostly what the company sells in 2026 is hype, is celebrities, is buzz, is some of the fanciest gosh darn marketing campaigns I've ever seen. Well, they're selling those and microtransactions. That's hardly a new revelation. They've been grifting poor consumers for more than a decade now with those microtransactions. It's also a topic that's been covered by far more knowledgeable and far more talented individuals than I, so I don't want to discuss that here. What I want to focus on is EA Sports, the marketing company, EA Sports, the hype machine, this entity which preys on the emotion and excitement of consumers. So they can move units of a product they know is subpar. EA Sports is a bait and switch factory. This is something the company doesn't even try to hide anymore. They will put out flashy reveal trailers. They'll run out Kurt Benkert to try and explain why all these games aren't sloppy ass. Hey, Kurt, we get it. You're EA Sports official cum dumpster or whatever. But honestly, you can tone it down just a skosh. We get it. We understand that you have sold your soul to EA Sports, but your shtick's just a little over the top. You can rein it in just a tad. You can recalibrate. They aren't getting rid of you, their preferred puppet, anytime soon. Anyway, as it relates to the big reveal trailers for Madden 27 and College Football 27, well, it's a lot of the same we've come to expect from EA Sports. Flashy visuals, good story, outstanding presentation, all while trying to minimize the games the company wants you to buy. Here's the bait. Don't think about that eventual switch heading your way. I want to stress this point. The trailers, the reveal trailers for Madden 27, for College Football 27 are extraordinarily well done. This is marketing par excellence. It also highlights what the company's all about in modern times. Don't think about the actual product, which we all know is going to disappoint, unless you are super into microtransactions or unfulfilled promises. If that's the case, well, in the words of former Idaho Vandals head football coach Rob Akey, you're gonna love it. The thing about the recent EA Sports reveal trailers for their upcoming football games is I couldn't help but be reminded of those old Mafia City ads all over YouTube a few years back. If you don't remember those, like, oh man, these were ridiculous. Just outright lies about this horrible mobile game. It was a massive bait and switch proposition that did provide some good memes. Every ad was something along the lines of, hey viewer, you want to bone this voluptuous babe and be a kick-ass mob boss? Well, download this game. The game though was just a Farmville reskin. It was nothing like the ads themselves. And that is what, well, the trailers for Madden 27 and College Football 27 were essentially. The approach works because there are plenty of people out there gullible enough to believe the lie. It can be weaponized. It can be designed to get you to bypass what you know is true. It can get you to believe in something you know is too good to be true. Well, at least when the marketing is coming from a greedy corporation or greedy individual that doesn't care about the consumer. Marketing can be good for both the business and the consumer. It's a really complex relationship that can be difficult to navigate, but not in the case of EA Sports. The end goal of that company is rather simple. Release a below average to bad game, then come back 9 to 10 months later, release a bunch of hype about how this next game is different, and then release a slightly altered version of the same below average to bad game with some minor tweaks, a few incremental adjustments. We're already starting to see that as well. EA Sports is following up with all of the quote unquote new features. Each game will have both Madden and College Football 27. Of course, when you think about it, these really aren't new features, at least not as they're being promised to you through various fancy marketing materials. Let's cut to the chase. These new additions usually fall into one of two categories. The first are features that were removed from old games only so they could be put back in under new flashy marketing and to create buzz. or they're features that are so underbaked, so underdeveloped, so broken that you wish they weren't in the game in the first place. How about them recruiting battles? What an amazing addition. That was totally not a complete waste of time in College Football 26. Again, though, EA Sports does an amazing job of framing this. They do an amazing job of getting people, getting consumers to believe this year is actually the year it's going to be different, that they're going to deliver on their promises. These are going to be the games that rectify the mistakes of the past. Hey, here's Vince Vaughn. Here's NIL. Oh, look, the snow is good this year. Did we mention we're going all in on bundling these two games now? What's up with this stupid bundling EA Sports is now relying on more and more heavily when it comes to the two football titles? They're acting as if this is internet, cable, and home phone in the mid 2000s. Like they have to be together. You have to bundle these. And it's just let the games be their own games. Let them have their own marketing and their own approach. The piggybacking of college football with Madden seems like an admission from the company that they know neither is particularly good enough to stand on its own. The thing, though, that stands out with the trailers for Madden 27 and College Football 27 is just how minimized the games themselves happen to be. As mentioned earlier, it's almost as if EA Sports doesn't want you to think about the game that you're going to buy, that you're going to spend your hard-earned money on. These marketing materials are doing their damnedest to make sure the last thing you're considering when purchasing either Madden 27 or College Football 27 or the bundle is the game itself. And this approach could not be more different than what they did back in the 2000s. I mean, the difference in trailers, the difference in marketing is just absolutely wild when you go back and see it for yourselves. My favorite EA Sports trailer of all time is for FIFA 2004. I mean, all of those trailers for the 2004 lineup of games were outstanding. You had NBA Live 2004 with an epic track from Twista. NASCAR Thunder was another one that stood out for me, but every one of these trailers focuses almost exclusively on the game itself. There's no voiceover, no actors, no insane over-the-top story. They want you to play the game. There's definitely an emotional pull. The company wants you to feel something, but that feeling is, I need to play this game because it looks awesome, because this is a game I'm going to want to play for hours on end after I purchase it. Seriously, the first 2004 game I bought was Madden 2004, which is a great game, still holds up to this day. But every time I put that disc in my PS2, I had to go and watch the FIFA 2004 trailer because it blew my mind. And yet it was the most simplistic thing ever. There was no voiceover, no story. It just sold you on the game, the immersion, the experience of playing FIFA 2004. And that was authentic soccer. It was just sights and sounds from the game. Now, in hindsight, a trailer featuring a game played between Barcelona and Juventus at Chelsea Stamford Bridge while the crowd sings "Ole, ole, ole, Juve." Well, it's a bit dubious, but I didn't care at the time. I was young and I was just so absolutely amazed at the package being presented to me. It was good marketing. Was FIFA 2004 exactly like what I saw in the trailer when I did eventually acquire the game? No, absolutely not. And the thing is, no trailer for a video game, a movie, a television show, no preview is going to be exactly like the end product. Then again, no, FIFA 2004, the PS2 game, the full version of the game, wasn't a million miles away from what EA Sports presented to me in that trailer. There was no disappointment for and my expectations were met, if not surpassed. I was sold a product EA Sports had promised to deliver to me. And I go back to EA Sports and their tagline from the time. If it's in the game, it's in the game. This was not simply clever marketing speak. It was definitely clever marketing speak, but this wasn't something the company simply said to sound cool. They meant it. Care and effort had gone into making these games, making sure they were accurately representing both the sport and what had been promised to consumers. Not every game was good, mind you. EA Sports put out its fair share of duds for Sega, PS1, PS2, PS3. I mean, not every publisher. Not every studio is going to hit a home run every time they go up to bat, but when it came to EA Sports games, you at least knew they were going to put in time. They were going to put in effort. Even if it was the 1 year cycle where you can't do a lot, they were going to try to do something to improve over the previous version of the game you had purchased. In other words, marketing wasn't being used as a substitute for effort. When was the last time you could honestly say that about EA Sports? It's been a hot minute. And you know, the thing about microtransactions is they suck. They have definitely harmed video games in modern times, but that is only one element of suck in the suck machine that EA Sports has built itself. In 2004, the focus of game trailers was a simple one. EA Sports wanted to convince consumers that they had to play this game they were showing you because it looked amazing. Today, EA Sports doesn't even focus on the game it's trying to sell. It's really marketing some other experience in hopes that the consumer, who they have just burned some 12 months previous, forgets the fact that they were burned 12 months previously. There is no remorse that they sold you a lemon 12 months ago, they sold you a lemon 24 months ago, or that they sold you a lemon 36 months ago, and there's no future remorse that they're going to sell you a lemon 12 months into the future. They just do not care. At this point in time, the relationship between EA Sports and consumers is akin to that of Matilda and her no-good used car salesman dad.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
EA Sports and these latest reveal trailers for Madden 27 and College Football 27 are nothing but Danny DeVito cramming sawdust into the transmission of some old jalopy in order to make a quick buck, as he said in the movie.
Of course it's cheating. Nobody ever got rich being honest.
These trailers did exactly what the company wanted them to do, because EA Sports is not a video game company, it's a marketing company, it's a hype company, it's a buzz company. And in those fields, dishonesty is the name of the game. They haven't reached Mafia City levels of crap yet, but Madden is sure as hell trying to get there as fast as possible. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to know more about how the worst football game for Super Nintendo also was a baseball game, you can check out the video in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And for more video game content, that'd be the playlist in the lower left-hand corner. Until next time, I'm Shine Hollis. This is The Touchback, and as always, hashtag take it out to the 25.